What's up? What's up? We are live streaming from the Players Lounge in Scottsdale, Arizona. What's up, everybody? This is an awesome stream. The Diamond Dynasty stream. So before we get into Diamond Dynasty, some housekeeping. 1, we'll never ask for your password. 2, we're going to have another sweepstakes today at 2:50 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be giving away some very, very cool things. If you are watching from Facebook Live, you have to go to Twitch to participate in the sweepstakes. So the way the sweepstakes will work is at 2:50 p.m. we will release a keyword. You type the keyword one time in chat, and then at 3 p.m. we run the sweepstakes, and we're giving away 2 digital deluxe copies of the game, which you cannot preload. We're giving away a few vouchers for 67,500 stubs. Yeah. And we're giving away, I believe, how many?
We got 10.
How many? 10.
Those 10 standard buck bundles. We'll do 6 of them.
6 of those.
Right, all right. So Stephen Haas, Ramon Russell, Luis Martinez, all from the San Diego studio development team, Diamond Dynasty stream. You guys have been waiting.
Finally here. Finally.
All of the streams have been lit. Even Kirby's Kirby stream last week. Did you guys enjoy that one? We enjoyed it.
We enjoyed that too. That was a lot of fun.
But today we are going to talk all about Diamond Dynasty. What's new this year? You saw the GameStop Monday video earlier this week. We just played it for you there twice. Just
technical difficulties.
Just to make sure you saw it. But this is what we're talking about. So Luis, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to go over some legend ratings. Those are always fun. Like you see on the screen, we're going to go through. We're going to look at the new attribute cap, right? That was a big thing that came out on Monday.
We blew the roof off of Aperture.
Blew the roof
exactly. We're going to look at the new overall scale. We're going to look at new programs. Created player overhaul, bunch of stuff.
It'll be cool. Yeah, I think we're going to look really deep into some of these programs. You know, a lot of people are wondering, though, what is Diamond Dynasty? And I think the best way to put it is that you're collecting cards to build your fantasy team mode that you can play with. All right, this isn't just a card trading game or anything like that. You're playing and assembling a squad, and we've got hundreds and hundreds, couple thousand total items that you can get. We're talking about real Topps baseball cards from 100 years of history. I mean, it's pretty cool when you think about the live series players today. You can put on the same team with some of the old guys from back in the day that are now in the Hall of Fame. We have over 50 Hall of Famers.
Aaron Judge and Babe Ruth, right?
Aaron Judge and Babe Ruth, the past meets the present.
Right.
It'll be cool. The other thing you need to know about Diamond Dynasty is you're building, you're competing, you can play online, but you can also play single player mode, right? So some of you guys getting MLB The Show 18 for the first time, or you got 17. Yeah, this is a whole new experience for you guys. So, you know, you can play it the way you want to play, and you're going to get rewarded just by playing. There are no contracts, right? Some other sports games, no contracts. We don't want to make you do chores. Luis and Ramon and I were looking at some social media posts about like what separates Diamond Dynasty. So I just wanted to read a few things that some of our followers or fans of the game kind of posted.
Don't take our word for it.
Don't take our word, right? It's not an infomercial though. Here we go. So no player contracts, saves a lot of time is what they said about that topic. The market system resembles kind of like a stock market, you know, because we're doing these weekly roster updates. Luis and the team are always focusing on who's hot, who's cold, and the kind of player values go up and down with the marketplace, right? There's another thing about live series ratings in those weekly roster updates. You want to talk a little bit about what makes those kind of different, how we separate ourselves there with someone like Aaron Judge at the start of the year?
Right, so Aaron Judge live series at the start of the year is what the stats say Aaron Judge should be. You know, we don't nerf the ratings at the start of the year to then lead up to these other versions of Aaron Judge that then can hit 500-foot bombs. You know, you can hit them day one.
Day one
in a pack. You can. Aaron Judge is who he should be. In addition to that, with the roster updates, that card will grow along with what he's doing in the 18 season, right?
Exactly.
So you don't have to purchase another card, you know.
Yeah, he was like, what, a silver to start last year maybe, or a bronze?
No, he was, it hurts me to say this, but he was a common last year to start, and he ended a gold, right? And that's the same card that you pulled day one, but it grew along with you.
So, you know, a few differentiators, right, for Diamond Dynasty, the market system, all these items, the weekly roster updates. We're looking at the live content team, and we got so many guys back in San Diego in the studio that kind of help bring that to life, from our artists like Christina. We got John, JP, we got Jason manning it all, Lance helping design it, so we couldn't do it with any of that without them.
Couldn't do it without all of them.
Yeah, we'll talk about them throughout the stream. The other thing, a lot of rewards, a lot of wide variety of missions, things for you to do, so you build your fantasy squad. So you see at the bottom there, did anyone say the Babe? because you want to stick around because we're going to talk a little bit about the Babe. We're going to show you the programs, and we're going to show you his ratings. So that'll be at the very end of the stream, all right?
That's going to be crazy.
So we talked about 1,200 live series player, current day guys from day one, 1,200, right? More than 120 legends, more than 50 of them Hall of Famers. And so we have some news, really, to start off, is the new overalls that we've kind of done.
That's right. Let's jump right into it.
And here you go, Luis. What do you see here?
Right. So let me start off by saying the new overall scale is only for DD, right? So offline will retain the 99 cap on attributes. This is just DD. And also, let's get this out of the way. If you look at the scale, well, now you can see that 85 is a diamond, whereas 90 used to be a diamond. Right. But we didn't just make the players worse. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're showing the truly elite players, the difference between the truly elite players and everyone else. Right. That's what we're doing. The distribution of diamonds, gold, silvers, and bronzes remains the same, relatively the same as last year. Right. So and we didn't expand just because the threshold is easier, right? An 85 now, it doesn't mean that there's more diamonds. So an 85 from last year is not an 85 this year. He's an 80 this year, and he'll be a gold this year. So that's what we did. We tried to keep the integrity the same, but show the truly elite players, right? So why?
Yeah, the big question is why.
Why do we do this?
Yes. So we've been talking about 125 attributes for quite some time in the studio internally, and it always starts. The conversation starts with Tony Gwynn, right? He hit 394 one year. Ted Williams hit 400 another year, and the 99 contact doesn't do them justice.
Nope,
it's not enough, right? Just for context, a 330 average equates to a 99 contact, right?
So you're saying before, like in 17, we would max out Tony Gwynn, Mr. Padres contact to a 99, but it only got him to like basically a 330 average when you think about our gameplay and how everything works.
And it doesn't do him justice. It doesn't do him justice. And so this year, adding Babe to the fold, we thought, okay, this is the year to do it. You know, this is when we're going to blow the cap off of attributes. And so. Obviously, with these 125 attributes come better overalls, which leads to
those immortals are going to be so difficult to obtain.
Right.
Are they going to show up in Battle Royale drafts?
I don't know if we've officially landed on that, but if it worked like last year, where Ted Williams was the collect all, for instance, by the second or third day when someone unlocked him, he did appear in the BR drafts. We're still talking about this. All right, we're still debating this, but let us know what you think. If you'd like to see them in the BR draft, or if you want to keep it out, we're willing to listen to your feedback there. All right.
Yeah, I think some of the feedback we heard is people really like, let's hurry up and get these programs completed so it gets unlocked. And then
maybe that's what we should do, right? Like the community complete it together, and then everyone gets the benefit.
And everybody gets the benefit to use them in Battle Royale.
That'd be cool. So yeah, Vlad could be in BR maybe the first day. Game.
So somebody said they completed like the King Griffey Jr. program from last year.
Right.
Kind of quick, right? Maybe definitely faster than we thought.
Right.
Are they going to be able to complete these immortals?
Right. Well, let's go back to our Jackie Robinson second base immortal here. If we don't right now, there are no second base career arcs available, but his program is going to require them. So we're going to roll those out little by little, and you'll want to complete those. You'll want to complete your second base position program. So Brock Holt, Walker, Espinosa, Barney. There'll be more behind this. We're not stopping at silver. There'll be probably gold and diamond as well. So you're going to want to kind of work on all of these as they come out. And that'll be part of our live content rollout. So if you're new to Diamond Dynasty, and that's what we're talking about, Stephen Haas, Ramon Russell, Luis Martinez here from San Diego studio. Live content is all about dropping new stuff throughout the year, throughout the baseball season. That's on top of the weekly roster updates and all that. And so these are the missions, these are the new items, the new rewards that you'll get. So yeah, it'll be at a pace we think will be fun and manageable. We'll have team epics, we'll have the conquest, creative player, all that'll be going. But you're going to want to look for those career arcs to complete your immortals. That'll kind of be the pace that we allow you to complete them.
And again, we're talking Immortals possibly in the Battle Royale draft, not as a reward. Remember, the only way you can get the reward is by joining the Immortals program. We're talking about in the draft.
Yeah, you can think of the BR guys as the career arc kind of level guys.
Right.
All right, so we are really close to the sweepstakes. So again, no purchase necessary. You can find the rules at the Show Nation. You can also find the rules in the Twitch chat. It should be auto posting every few seconds, and we're giving away 2 digital deluxe editions of the game. You cannot preload them.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. So, Steven.
Yes.
What's the keyword?
All right, we showed you a new legend today, Mike Piazza. So the keyword is not his last name, but it's close.
Pizza.
Pizza.
It's pizza.
Just put pizza.
Pizza, one word.
Type it once.
Type it once, hit, and if you type it twice, I think you actually might get disqualified.
Right, so if you're on Facebook, come over to Twitch, type it in the keyword pizza.
Pizza, that's it, nothing else.
2 Z's.
You have 10 minutes to be entered into the sweepstakes. Again, no purchase necessary. Right. And you can find the rules at theshownation.com and in the Twitch chat. Doesn't work on Facebook Live. You got to come to the Twitch chat.
Right. We'll never ask for your password.
And we'll never ask for your password.
As always.
Ever.
I think you got to also be a resident of the U.S. to win.
Yes, have to be a resident of the U.S. Sorry, Canadian guys.
That's all right. We love you, though.
We still love you.
We'll have other fun stuff in the game for everyone. So we'll let the sweepstakes go on for a little bit. I want to talk about packs real quick. Packs. Standard packs will return. A lot of you are going to get them in your pre-order bonuses from either GameStop or one of the other retailers, the PlayStation Store. Get your digital deluxe there. But really what I want to say about that is that our team doesn't view packs as really essential to Diamond Dynasty. And what I mean by that is there's never been a heavy emphasis. It's kind of like if you want to buy them, go for it, but they're not needed to get a Jackie Robinson, to get Babe Ruth, all right? You know, and eventually all the items that come out of packs that you open as part of a reward or that you purchase are in the community market, and really the community sets those values, right? So at this, you guys are the ones that decide if they're worth anything, if they're worth any value, and you guys trade them between yourselves, you know, through the market, through purchasing your buy and sell orders and kind of the marketplace and the stock market kind of ups and downs, right? They're fun to open. And you know, this year we're continuing that philosophy. We showed you the Larry Doby program where you get a flashback or a legend card of him to start the program for nothing, you know, and you guys have the game, and that'll be great. I think that'll be a really cool way to experience Diamond Dynasty again this year. So again, they're not a big part of it, and the best rewards, like we said, can't be purchased.
Can't be purchased. The best rewards cannot be purchased.
The Immortals live here.
And remember, you still have a few minutes to put in the keyword pizza. Doesn't matter how you put it in. If you win, you will receive a message from us from the San Diego Studios channel. Remember, we'll never ask for your keyword.
Right. So to wrap that up, it's simple. You just put in your time and we'll reward you. That's it. Just to play the game, have fun with it.
And because we're continuing on that philosophy.
All right, here we go. Let's dive into the creative player.
The creative player, it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. Creative player is not gone.
All right, we had two problems that we viewed in the studio with the creative player last year. One, it was the best player at every position that you put him at, right? So you could feed your cards to your creative player last year in MLB The Show 17 and kind of level him up to this point of he's the best. He's the best, right?
Don't ever say that again, please.
So not only was he the best, but it was also kind of a boring way to get him, right? You just feed cards, and so those are the two things we kind of try to address here. Kyle Blake, one of our new guys.
Kyle 2.0.
Yeah,
what's up, Kyle?
He took a lot of time, and so we're going to look at the catcher creative program, and really the solution that we thought for the first problem, which was he was the best at every position, was, well, let's not make him superhuman at everything. Let's give him strengths and weaknesses, like Luis said in the video. You know, we call those archetypes, right? So he'll have strengths and weaknesses at every of these positions, and at the same time, he can't play every position. You got to only have a catcher, creative player. Then you got to do your first base program for creative player. Now, while you can earn all of the positions, you don't just have one player that can be the best at everything.
You have every single position. You've got a pitcher, a catcher, first, third base, center fielder.
Right. Yep. So before we go into the program, let's just talk about the archetypes real quickly. I don't have a graphic for this, but hitters, all right, so listen up, hitters. The archetypes that you'll generally see through the positions are power, contact, balanced, speed, and fielding. So power, contact, balance, speed, and fielding are the typical archetypes. Not every position has all 5 of those, but those are the common ones you'll see throughout.
Right, like you won't find a catcher speed archetype.
Unless you're talking about Real Muta, right?
Yeah, Real Muta, he's one of a kind.
But you're right, speed won't be one of the catcher archetypes that we're about to take a look. Pitchers, go ahead.
You can't have an all creative player team.
Right, and you can only
That's still gonna put that out there.
Same rules apply.
Same rules apply. You get to put one creative player on your
Right.
team. You can't have a full creative player team. Go on and squash that right now.
All right, so hitters, power, contact, balance, speed, and fielding. And then when it comes to the pitchers, the way that we're breaking it down is break, velocity, and control. Break, velocity, control. So what that means, break is about the hits per 9, having a really tough pitcher to hit against. Velocity translates into a high K per 9, strikeout per 9, a lot of swings and misses. And then the walks per 9 guy is the control pitcher. So break, velocity, control.
Another new nugget.
Yeah.
Break, right?
Right.
Can break go to 125?
That's good.
No, we velocity, control, and break are at 99.
All right,
We stay at
99.
99. Yeah.
All right, so keep that in mind. We have different archetypes by position, and let's take a look at the catcher one right here. So you'll see the rewards, right? Just like any other program, which is great. You're going to start on a linear path where everyone gets the first player. I think it's like a common, like 65 or something. And then the next reward will be the 70, the 75, the 78. And you're kind of thinking, all right, I guess we're all going on the same path towards the same kind of creative player. So how do these archetypes work?
Yeah, how do I make these choices? Oh!
You get to this point of like 70 or 90% here where you have these catcher decision tokens where the archetypes split off. And Kyle kind of put this together. So let's take a look at the missions that these require. So the catcher right here, you got some stats missions, like overall kind of stat and play innings with this guy. Then you got some single game stat missions where it's a couple hits with that 65 overall guy that you're going to get. And then you get to these decision points. But real quick, on the far right, look at the art. You see we've got the bronze circle kind of highlighted right there. And then you have a 70 overall on the right. Bottom right. Well, that's actually baked into the art. It's kind of cool. That's telling you this is the reward you're working towards, right? So now when we get down to the decision of power or contact, boom, it just changed to an 85 in the bottom right. We're not blocking it. Yeah, it's right here. So it's 85, and you can see this is one of your paths, which is focused on power, as it says, right? And you see all the information right up front to make your decision. Do I want to go power or do I want to go down and see contact? So you have, we'll flip between the two. We have a 60s contact guy with 80s power, and then it flips 80s contact, 50s power.
So those attributes are that's the essence of the player. But then what about equipment?
Equipment, right. So we'll get to about what is the max for a player. And right here, so here's another decision point, and this is the max overall for a player, which is 89 overall, and then you can add equipment on top of that. So then you can decide, do I want to double up and go for even more power than this 90, or more contact or something else?
And another new distinction for a creative player, last year, remember, you were just feeding, and you just sit that guy till you got him 99, then you start playing him. You got to play your guy from day one to start working on his program, so you can get to this tree.
Right.
So you can't just wait. So you got to put that 70 overall rated catcher in the game, or that 70 rated overall first baseman. You got to play with them.
And you're gonna have a story to tell, because you're gonna play with the guy a lot more than you did last year.
Right. So let's talk about the second decision point real quick, and this is to max out your creative player. So top right, you're seeing the kind of blue diamonds move up and down. These are your paths. And then you're seeing, okay, this is what I could work towards if I go down this path. So in every position creative player program, you'll see what is the best I can get, which path do I want to go down, and then you work towards there. However, once you decide to go down one of these paths, there's no turning back in this program, okay? So if you decide to go Power Focus 1 here, and then you continue on Power Focus 2, you continue on that path for good, all right? That catcher, this is going to be the catcher you get, all right? You're not going to be able to go back, and do a balance and contact.
That contact is locked. It's going to stay right there. You can't increase it unless you have equipment that can increase those attributes.
And let me just do a real quick comparison from 17 to 18 what this means. Like last year, you could have a catcher with that best at everything, best at anything kind of creative player, 99 power and 99 speed at catcher. This year, we're kind of looking at one of these here, but the best you can have is 90 power, and I believe, let's see, 40 speed. Yeah, it's right there on the screen.
He gonna be slow.
And again, you can put some cleats on him, you can put a batting glove or whatever, and depending on the equipment attributes we add into Diamond Dynasty.
But you won't get him close to Real Muto speed.
No,
JT Realmuto is untouchable.
Another very key important question about the new cap.
Yep.
Do they have secondary positions?
Do caps have secondary positions? Well, actually, we can go take a look at one. Let's take a look at the 82 overall. No, the answer is no. There are no secondaries with the creative player.
For creative player.
So, and Ramon, we're going to talk about a little of this later. The gameplay, fielding, the implications.
More gameplay.
Yeah.
More gameplay.
Long stream. We got a lot more
Long
left.
stream. We got so much to talk
Stream
about.
is lit,
Buckle
though,
up.
as you can see.
I hope stream is lit.
Right there.
Yes. Stream is lit. I'll catch it.
Very nice. So we've had a few questions in the chat about Creative Player, about these programs. Can I do it offline if I want to do my missions offline, earn my Creative Player offline against the computer, the AI, Conquest? Those are kind of those single player modes. The answer is yes. We're not going to force you to play online. We're not going to force you to only play single player at all either. Now, there may be some missions that are like beat the computer or beat some Conquest missions, which you got to play in Conquest, you know?
Right.
I mean, there's no way around that.
But the stat-based missions.
The stat-based missions, right, and exactly. So some of the ones we're looking at here, you can see that you can play in any Diamond Dynasty games except for casual games, which are kind of those fun exhibition modes that don't have anything to do with ranked leaderboards. Play with friends or extra innings, those are still omitted. Okay.
Is that
All right, so Vic is telling me back in the studio that the sweepstakes rewards are going out right now.
Going out right now.
So you can stop putting pizza in the chat.
Stop
We're
putting
done.
pizza in the chat. We're done. He's giving away the rewards right now.
There's always a few stragglers that come
It's
up.
all right. If you want to throw some pepperonis on there for good measure, go for it.
Vic, will you in the chat tell us how they'll know if they've won?
I believe it's going to their Twitch inbox, right? So
Twitch
check your
inbox.
Twitch
Check your
inbox.
Twitch
Yeah.
inbox, and we'll let you know when all
Right.
of the rewards have been given out.
Yep. Thank you, Vic, for handling that. Okay, so there was a question from 2.0 here. Can you only pick one CAP program, or can you do them all? No, you can do them all. They just act like other programs. Won't go into them, but yeah, you can be making simultaneous progress across the board. However, like we said, you can only put one in your lineup at a time.
Right.
So it's not going to let you put the catcher and the left fielder in at the same time.
Yeah, but if your lineup composition changes and now
Yeah.
you got this flashback or legend that you fit in catcher, well, you might move on to shortstop now.
Right.
You know.
So depending on equipment, let's talk about equipment real quick with the Creative Player, and I think that might wrap it up unless you have other questions on Creative Player. If equipment, let's just say that power catcher we saw, let's take another look at him here. He's got 90 power versus righty, 90 power versus lefty, and we put out a bat that's a +10. Does that mean that his attribute can go over 99? It would technically go to 100, right? Just like our 125s, and the answer is yes. The equipment still can boost those the specific 125 attributes above 99. So, as Luis mentioned, was it contact, power, vision?
That's right.
Yeah. Clutch, maybe?
Yeah. Contact, power, vision, discipline, and batting clutch for position players.
Right, so equipment can still boost you over the 99, but there's not going to be a lot of those pieces of equipment that are going to help you over there. And remember, you can only equip one piece of equipment per slot. You know, you can't have like 3 bats. That all give you more and more power. All right. So along the customization, you know, Creative Player is all about customizing, right? And we love allowing you to
do all types of crazy stuff.
Right. Exactly. So let's talk about customizing. What do you want to talk about? The customized player first?
Yeah, we can jump into that.
Go for it.
First of all, stream is lit. It's our creative.
That is our Creative Player name.
You can go into Batting Stance Creator for all of your creative players, and you can create whatever you want. We showed this in the stream earlier. Again, Batting Stance Creator. If you don't like a real guy's batting stance, you can change it. When we're doing roster updates this year, if somebody changes their stance, we'll try to update those. And shout out to the community that will be helping us. And your cap in DD can use Batting Stance Creator.
You set it for all of them, right?
Well, yes, you would set it for every single guy.
Right.
And if you want, I gotta make him a right-hander.
So you can choose, everything about him. It's pretty neat. And then we'll get into the uniform customization a little bit too.
Hey, you can. Hey, if that's how you want to roll, you can do it.
Wow.
You can do it.
Is this one of the new home run bat flips?
Yeah, these are actually Aaron Judge's bat flips from the bat flip competition. We decided to just put all of them in the game.
Sweet.
So you can pimp it out if you want. I think, is that it for a cap?
Well, then we want to talk about how to customize your team and all the new logo options.
Yeah, let's
and
get
all
into that.
Yeah. So a question that we get every year is like, can I import my logos? And the answer again is going to be no this year, but we did blow out all the different things you can customize with uniforms.
Yes, so we've added a few new options. So we've got back color here, so you can change that. We've got side color. And what we did was we tried to take real uniform elements from real MLB uniforms and put them into the editorial.
That have been used throughout history, right?
So elements, elements, not the actual uniform.
Not the actual uniform,
but elements that you may have seen.
Pinstripes stay the same.
Right.
Piping style stays the same.
Right.
Shoulder style, so this is new.
So the different areas up here, okay.
And you can see up towards the lats.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then if we, bam, and now you can really see it. You can see the changes. So we've got more options.
We've got some good artists back home too.
Yeah, we got some really good artists back home. So collar, so this stays the same. Undershirt color stays the same.
So we're looking at the Diamond Dynasty.
Logo finish, so this is really cool. So depending on how you color your logo, we now have logo finishes. So this all depends upon how you decide to color your logo.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling that shiny finish.
So here's more options for sleeves.
Very cool.
Pinstripes again, that's from last year.
Yep.
Striping style, this is new. And we have a few of these. I need to make one of these. No, this needs to be green, that needs to be yellow. There we go. And here are some of the new options.
Nice.
Now, while Ramon's going through some of this, we added some, I think, new locations and stuff like that. So we have dozens and dozens of cities to, equip your team name with. We, of course, chose San Diego.
Yep, we got new fonts, baby.
New fonts.
New fonts.
That's a big deal.
Big deal.
That's cool.
We had font 1 and 2, and now we've added, I think, 8 more fonts.
Very cool.
And the fonts go towards the numbers as
well. Neat.
And you can mix and match. You can do whatever you want. This is also new sleeve number. Sleeve number is new.
Ooh.
Doesn't quite work well with the stripes.
Doesn't quite work well with the stripes. But sleeve number is new.
Yeah.
We have some new piping styles, so I need to make one of these.
So is there a limit to how much accessorizing, or if whatever you want to call this, the details I can put in, or you can put as much or as little as you want?
Yeah, I mean, it's your guy. You can do whatever you want.
That's awesome.
So this is really cool. Bam, we have 2 color style helmets now.
Nice.
And we have matte and gloss finish. That was in the game last year. That matte looks legit.
Yeah.
And again, logo finish. And this all depends on how you decide to color your logo.
So the logo editor itself is kind of similar to last year's, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And we have new logos in the logo editor, which we'll show you.
Yeah.
So here's some of the new sock options, and y'all should recognize some of these sock options from some of the throwback uniforms in the game.
Very cool.
Let's go. And we have stir-up style. We have a few new stir-up styles.
Cool.
Looking more like soccer.
And I do believe, I think that's it.
So the customization we added to beefed up a bit, and then there's still that logo vault that you can pull logos, you can edit your logos, upload it, people can check it out and search for them.
And we'll show you some of the new logos.
So we have some pre-made logos here that you can just slap right on and then start coloring, playing with some of the designs.
So if you go to logos, we have 60 new pre-made logos for you guys to
60?
use. 60,
Wow.
60. Shout out to the character team. All of the guys, they had
awesome.
They had so much work to do this year. Oh my God. So we have 60 new logos who you can choose, and there's the dinosaur one, which we are using right now.
Yeah.
I believe that is it. What are we talking about next, Steve?
Well, we got a big reveal that I know Lick Knittingston's going to be around for.
Where you at, Nick?
Are we ready for this?
We're ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we promised we'd show Frank Thomas's program and his ratings. So let's dive into the career arc for the Big Hurt. So we showed the rookie attributes. I don't think there's a problem showing it again, all right? We showed the rookie.
Yeah.
We're gonna show the best one.
They weren't final.
They weren't final, so you see a little change.
112 contact. Is that from his rookie year? He hit
408.
He hit 408 that year.
Mm-hmm.
Just gives him that 112 contact.
Right.
He owns Southpaws. All right.
Now it was a smaller sample size, which is 408 doesn't quite correspond to a 112, but the smaller sample size with rookies, you know, that's why we gave him that.
We won't reveal the mystery Frank, but there is another Frank Thomas version of him there. As through his career, we're progressing through his career arc.
That's right.
All right, you ready? 97 from 1994. So, you know, here's a legend. This is a one-year legend, not an immortal. But my goodness, a 97 with our new overall system that's some serious
At
business.
first
here.
base. Let's
At first
go.
base. And you see there's a universal nameplate. So without further ado, the Big Hurts ratings.
Where you at, Nick?
His best legend card.
Look at that.
Nasty.
Look at those columns. All right, so I think the thing I wanted to talk about the most with Frank is, I mean, look at that card.
Right.
And that's a 97, right? So, you know, no one is gonna tell me that, you know, that looks like a 97 from last year, you know. So this really more so than Larkin and Kimbrel shows off the differences between, you know, with our overall from 17 to 18, and how, you know, the truly elite players, only the truly elite players are 99s, and, you know, this is
one of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, we talked a little bit about players' overalls may not be the same, but my goodness, this is a better card than almost anyone you saw last year in the game.
Not gonna put him at right field, though.
It's still not a 99 in this year's overall, right?
Exactly. But it doesn't mean the player is any worse, you know? Or, well, I mean, we didn't have Frank last year, right? But, but
so, you know, if he's a first baseman, we're going to have an immortal who's a first baseman. Maybe finishing Frank Thomas's career arc is one of those things that are going to help you move closer to the immortal at first base. And again, once again, the 97, the best Frank Thomas we have in Diamond Dynasty, isn't your final reward. It's that program souvenir. And I see the chat a little, and there's some questions about what that means. But again, the whoever that immortal first baseman is that we haven't revealed is going to require this exact item. So the mission to to finish the last 10% of his program is to play with this really good Big Hurt, and then you'll get that program souvenir to drop into one of the immortal programs. So again, the idea is that, you know, these programs feed up into these programs, and you know, you'll see that when we launch the game, that which ones are required. It'll be pretty simple to understand which ones you got to get done. And once again, you'll have flexibility to choose. We're not going to require you to do all the first base, you know, career arc programs just to finish the immortal, possibly.
Right,
same with the position programs.
It's somewhat like our
Dynasty
program. There was more than 100% worth of missions, right? And this allows you to, you know, the flexibility to pick and choose what you want to do.
Right. Now, this Frank Thomas career arc, let's say this program's a little tougher than some of the other first base career arcs, it might give you more percentage towards someone like the Babe or the first base immortal, because we know this is going to take a little more time to do.
Right.
So you got a little more extra credit. But it should be fun. And the idea is we give you an item, you go play with them, and we give you some more rewards, including a pretty cool universal profile nameplate there that you earn. And so you see where the show 18 is in the top right corner of your screen. You can equip that. That's pretty neat.
People was asking, what is he holding? He's holding a boomstick. That's what he's holding.
He's holding like a, you know, rebar or something from a construction site that he's wrapped with some tape, and the guy is crazy. All right, so let's go. We talked about this mission type before, and you saw the exchange missions last year in 17, but this year it's kind of turned into something else. And while the functionality of the exchange is still relatively the same, where you have players in your inventory, you exchange them for something better, this year the exchange plays a very different role, and I want everyone to kind of hear this. It's kind of going to become a way for you to always make sure that every item in your inventory is worth something. All right, so some of you guys may have had a lot of duplicates or more of a certain card, a common card maybe last year. Well, this year the common cards aren't going to be insignificant. In fact, I'd go far as to say that they're going to become the base of the economy. So let's take a look at what I mean by that. And so again, there's some, for instance, kind of missions in here that we'll get into. But right here, don't mind the numbers exactly because they may change, but exchange 10 common live series player items in this exchange mission, all right? And you get 1 bronze player item in this bronze pack. So what that means is you pull 10 commons or rewarded 10 commons from post-game rewards, which is something that we do every game. You get a free item after every game you play in Diamond Dynasty, or any game really, right? In the game, you get an item. You can now put them in this and transfer them to something better. So 10 of those commons, or maybe it's 5 of the commons, we'll figure out the number soon, will become something better. And you can see then a few bronzes become a silver, and a few silvers become a gold, and same all the way up to the diamond. It'll become, so you could say there's a transfer of wealth from the bottom all the way to the top, and that's how you can kind of really create a good team by still staying at the bottom levels, right? You don't have to always have pull a diamond or get a diamond post-game reward.
Commons are valuable.
Commons are valuable.
Commons are very valuable.
The market will be really interesting to see what happens this year with how commons are valued, and I think it'll be real important to value them and take a look at who you have in your inventory. Souvenirs will pass through. You saw this example in the game where we put in some Washington Nationals. I'm sorry, in the GameStop Monday video, we put in some Washington Nationals jerseys, and you got a hat. That's one way to do it. Another way may be that we're going to give you an autograph pack. So, in fact, you want to open some?
Yes.
All right.
Packs are
so,
lit.
for instance, let's say
they're not lit.
I think we have a few of these packs. But what you do is you would kind of go in here, you'd exchange some autographs, or some jerseys, sorry, for an autograph pack. So let's take a look at the autograph pack. We can go to your inventory and then go to your pack screen. We should have some, we have some standard packs too.
We got a lot of them.
I don't know if we can open those with a live series.
No, we don't want to do that.
But
we should open one just to like fire. No, I'm joking. No. We should not do that.
All right. Anyway, they're the standard packs again. They're back. But here's the autograph pack. So let's just say we exchanged our jerseys. We had enough, and boom, now we're gonna get an autograph pack, and you're gonna get one autograph item. We get Yoan Moncada, White Sox, one of our future stars from last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Great player.
And remember,
yeah.
Why is this important?
Why is this important? Again, you may need these in certain collections, team epics. But again, all the souvenirs that you're getting on as gravy rewards on top of everything else will help you get player rewards in the end. And there's programs for autographs. In fact, we could just back out real quick and show you that in the screen just to make sure everyone sees it. But there's a program right there for autographs. And what are the rewards for autographs? Players.
Right.
And some of these players can only be acquired in this autograph program.
Exactly. There'll be exclusive rewards here. So souvenirs equal player rewards. And we're going to give you lots of souvenirs through the game. Here's a simple way to keep exchanging souvenirs depending on how you want. Want to do another autograph pack?
Sure.
And then we'll talk about daily missions real quick. Here we go.
No!
Moncada, what are the odds?
What?
No way.
Let's try this again. I wonder if
three's a charm.
someone's messing with us. There we go. Alex Reyes, cool.
Wow.
All right, we got to do one more. One more. So he's a Cardinal.
Albert Pujols, nice.
And you saw there's some different rarities in there too, right? We have a bronze, we have a gold.
You get some nice information too, there, the bottom right, about the player.
Sweet. And I'm told all the gifts, all the sweepstakes rewards have gone out. So check your Twitch inbox. You should have them now. If you don't have them, come back to the next stream. We'll have another giveaway next week. All right, so let's talk about daily missions. They were right next to the exchange right here. Daily missions are back, and they reward this daily pack you just saw. Daily missions, basically in a nutshell, they should take you 1 or 2 games to complete. You know, they're the kind of fun thing that come with the game that you should kind of just naturally do by changing up who's on your team, who's in your lineup, or just sometimes by doing something in the game. This one, tally a triple, or tally 1 stolen base with a player who's got a lot of speed, like 80 speed. And the way daily missions work is you get a new one every day, up to 3, and then a 4th can stack in the background. But what you want to do is just finish your daily mission every day, get one of these packs, and that's it. So let's open a daily mission, which now rewards this alternate equipment. So let's take a look at these packs, what they kind of put out. So they put out 1 alternate souvenir item. Why are these important? Once again, we have jersey programs that have exclusive player rewards.
Exclusive player rewards, the only way you'll be able to obtain them.
So we got an alternate Pirates. I think it's the Camo Pirates one, actually. It's pretty cool, by Majestic. We'll open one more. Hopefully it's not a duplicate again. Oh, nice. A Mariners alternate. Mariners. So you're always going to get an alternate hat or jersey. You'll throw them. We'll go back to the program screen one more time. You'll throw them right back into here, and you go to your collector row. And there they are, the hats and jerseys. And you'll want to collect all these, again, to get exclusive player rewards. And you also get loot like stubs, XP, tickets along the way. So as you earn these items, you put them in. Your gameplay equals player rewards. And questions about that?
Player exclusive rewards when we're talking about autographs, baseballs,
Right.
jerseys, hats, equipment, stadiums.
Cool.
Yep.
Is that all for the exchange?
Oh, let me make sure I covered it all. Should be fun, right? Souvenirs, all that should be just fun. That's all this is about.
And again, commons of the basic economy, man.
They will be, I will say they will be sellable. So let's just say you finish your bobbleheads, you finish your jerseys, and you have a few extras. You can sell them to other players in case you're just missing that one Marlins jersey like I will need to find, you know? So you can't sell them to each other, but that's more of a, to make sure Luis has enough and that I get enough too, you know? Someone asked about the ticket counter. You can see it is back. We can go in there. There's the bronzes, right? I think right now.
Yeah, we'll show it at some other point.
Okay, we'll stay out. But yeah, it's back. Very similar. So the ticket counter, Luis, do you want to explain how the ticket counter kind of works with the universal profile?
Yeah. So you're in the top right there. You see your level. right? Right now we're at level 3, and based on your XP, just by playing games and completing missions, that'll increase, and that will open up new slots in the ticket counter for you to purchase. Right, and so you're working towards gaining more XP. If you see some diamond player that you really like, you need to put in the time and get the XP. And the ticket counter will be updated throughout the year with exclusive players.
Right. So let's like recap real quickly. Right. Exclusive players that can only be found on the ticket counter.
That's right.
We're going to continue that from 17. As you play more, you get more XP.
Yeah.
And that levels you up to open up better rewards.
That's right.
And then you spend your tickets. Right
and they refresh and in different timers. Some of the early rewards refresh a little bit more frequently.
Right.
And then the higher rewards refresh daily or so.
Yep. There were a few questions I pulled off Twitter. We asked on Twitter a few days ago, you have any questions? Let me just run through some of those now. When will we see live series ratings? Well, we'll be revealing them over the next few weeks leading up to launch. You may see them on our channels. You may see them on some of our partners like MLB. And we'll send them out. We're not going to do that today. That's kind of why we stayed away from opening packs and some of the other stuff, all right? But we did tell you about the new overall threshold, so just know that they're playing within those, all right?
That's right.
And that Trout won't be a 99. That's important to know. Lineup changes, same as 17, right? We didn't make any big, added extra lineups, versus lefty, versus righty. We didn't do that, but remember, you have your ranked seasons lineup. So let's look at the online modes right here. So you have a lineup for ranked seasons in the middle. You have your separate lineup that you draft for Battle Royale. And then events, they're based on the criteria we set. You have a third lineup. So, in a way, you still have 3 lineups here that are all separate and are never commingled.
Yep, and again, the reason why there's still only one lineup is, what do we focus on?
Right.
We did a complete server rewrite. We rewrote every single line of code for online. That took a tremendous amount of work and a tremendous amount of time because our priorities are speed, server stability, and when problems arise, us being able to get to those problems and fix those problems as fast as we possibly can. That was what's most important to us. We think that's what's most important to you as well. So that's why no lefty-righty lineups.
But speed and stability should be the things we improve this year. Pitcher handedness, you still don't see it when you load into a screen. That's still going to be the same.
You got to set your best, most balanced lineup, or you can risk it.
Right, and there's no changes to hitter, pitcher slots. It's still the same, which was 13 hitters. Your 8 position players. Then you got your 5 bench slots. Then you have your 5 starters and 7 bullpen. That's the same across all modes again. Okay. Ramon, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about fielding tiers.
Are we there? We already
I know.
there.
We've gone through this.
Gameplay. Gameplay is king. This baseball game doesn't none of this stuff matters if gameplay isn't as best as it possibly can. It's a huge focus for us every year. Chris Gill, Lance, Brian, Jeff MacArthur, Jeff Ullman, they spent so much time this year on continuing to take gameplay to the next level. If you want to know the most about what we've done in gameplay, go watch the gameplay stream. I believe it was maybe our first one, but we have even more to show you about games. So this is a brand new feature, and by brand new, I mean in the last 2 weeks. So Chris Gill was playing the game, and this fielder playing the hot corner with a 30 or 40 fielding rating was doing these crazy acrobatic throws. And so, we have our development widgets, right? And he's like, I wonder how many times can this guy do this? And he turned the widget on, so the ball gets hit into the exact same spot. The guy will run to the exact same spot, and then you'll see the animation play. And he did this jump throw every single time, and every single time it was accurate. He's like, this just isn't realistic.
We shouldn't do that
at all. So Chris Gill and Jeff Ullman, they went into the lab and they worked on something. And so we have brand new, this is literally happened 2 weeks ago. We have fielding tiers now. And the way that the fielding tiers work is it's all based on your fielding ability attribute, right? 0 to 99. We have elite guys. Then you drop down and you have above average guys. You drop down again, then you have average, then you have below average. So what does that mean for this change? So let's go to the very first video and I'll explain what that change is. All right, so this is an auto hit. This ball is going to go to the exact same spot every single time. So what we're seeing now is, I believe that's Brandon Crawford, right? I think he's pretty good with the glove, right? He's pretty good. So let's play that same video one more time so people can see it. So this is an elite fielder with a high fielding ability, grabbing a really, really athletic animation and beating the runner out. So what we've done is we've broken those down, and and basically the way it works now is, as you start to drop down in fielding ability, the access to those animations gets slower. So if we run this play 10 times, a guy with a very, very high fielding ability, the propensity for him to play that animation and get an accurate throw is high.
Right.
He may play that animation 8 to 10 times because he's an elite fielder. So let's drop down, play the second video. And so what you're going to see in this video is the fielding ability has now dropped. This guy is not elite anymore. Oh, he didn't trigger that jump throw animation. So what's happening is that they've broken up the branch points now. So because he's going to branch point 2, he can't grab that animation, but he could. So what's happening is, right, Brandon Crawford, really, really good fielder. Out of 10 times, he would trigger that jump throw animation, maybe 8 to 10 times out of 10 times. This next guy who's not as good, of those 10 times, you may only see that animation 4 times. So he can still play it. It's just the propensity for him to try to make that play is now much lower, and he's going to go to the second branch point. So let's play that same video one more time. Let's not go to video 3. And so what we're seeing here is, again, he doesn't have access. He's not getting that good dice roll to get access to that jump animation. He goes to the next branch point, which means he has to plant. He has to take a few more steps. And now the runner is safe. So let's drop the fielding ability down even more, and let's see what happens when the guy hits that next branching threshold.
The average guys, right?
I think this is either average or below average. So the way that this works is this is only on lunging hard plays. So your routine plays, this doesn't really. I mean, these are they're in the majors, right? They can make routine plays. This only affects guys when you're reaching, you're doing those really have to do those really athletic animations. So let's play the video. So this is the third branch point. So you see, he's going to take even more steps.
Right.
Then he goes to a throw ready, and now he's way safe.
Looks like he's in slow motion.
So this is I think 75 speed runner. So what happens is, let's play that one more time. As the speed of the guy starts to change, and as you're playing the game and you're seeing this happening, you're going to see so many more outcomes come into play. Now, again, with this branch point 3, with this fielder, again, he has a potential to play that jumping animation, but out of 10 times for that exact same play, it might only happen once, and that's even high.
So fielding is super important.
It's super important. Yeah. Again, this is for second base, third base, and I think they're working on. I'm sorry, this is for second base and shortstop mostly. I think they're working on trying to get this in for third base. So let's go to the next group of videos, show you some more examples. So again, this is an auto hit. So this ball is going to get hit to the exact same spot. This is branch point 1, elite fielder.
Right. Ooh.
So he gets the ball
like
and he immediately falls away, fires a pretty good accurate throw. Let's see that one more time.
So we're looking up right up the middle of the shortstop there.
Yeah, we're looking at an elite shortstop. Whew. And again, if this play happens 10 times, he has a very high probability of playing that animation and getting that guy out of those 10, maybe 8 to 10 times. Out of 10 times, he will play that animation. So let's look at branch point 2. Again, this guy is not as good. We're dropping the fielding ability down. Let's see what happens.
So he doesn't have the same animation.
Doesn't have the same animation.
He was a little slower getting to the ball.
And he was a little slower getting to the ball. So again,
yeah,
he still gets a really good animation, but now this guy's safe. So just that one little extra step makes this guy safe. So again, he can't get that branch point 1. We're dropping him down to branch point 2. And so is this video 2 or video 3?
I just replayed it.
Okay. And is this video 3? Still on replay. Okay. Still on replay. Again,
he's still doing the cross the body toss.
Cross the body, and this guy now he's even more safe than he would have been.
Right.
So let's go to branch point 3.
So this is like the third
This
worst.
is the third, like we're dropping down.
Yeah, we're dropping down.
Dropping
third.
down.
All right.
Also third worst, I think.
Both.
Oh my! So look what happens. So he takes more steps, but he's able to angle himself and fire a really strong throw. But the guy's still safe.
Right. Like double clutches.
1, 2, 3, double clutches, goes to throw ready, fires the ball. He's way safe.
Right.
So again, let's keep looking at this because this is so awesome. And again, this is very important. Second base, shortstop, and I think they're trying to get this in for third base. So let's go to the next video.
Oh, sorry.
And and that was the first one. Okay.
Play it again.
So let's see it one more time.
So a lot of the gameplay improvements we're going to see, you'll see this in Diamond Dynasty.
You'll see this in Diamond Dynasty.
Right.
You'll see this in Exhibition. And what's also awesome, in Road to the Show now improving your fielding ability in Road to the Show has a huge impact because you're not going to have access to these animations. So the next video.
So while this gameplay is universal, we still have a little bit more Diamond Dynasty to talk about after that, including the Babes ratings. So just hang around for a little bit more. We're getting to the end of the stream.
And again, so he's safe. And that's still a really, really good throw. But, you know, if not a 99 fielder, not a 99 fielding ability, can't get that guy out. Let's go to third video.
Yeah, and these are very difficult plays. I mean, these are not routine plays.
Remember, like this doesn't really take into effect on routine plays.
Right.
These are for those really, really hard hit balls, and especially when there's
it's lower probability.
He has to lunge or he has to backhand. Really, really extreme fielding plays.
Right. So you'll get rewarded if you have a good fielder.
Oh yeah. So
good.
And you see, so this is this branch point 3?
That was the last one.
So this is branch point 3 again. Branch point 3, it's rough. Let's see branch point 3 one more time.
And do you know what the overall or the attribute ratings are for these
We
thresholds?
may talk about that in a later stream. So again,
Cool.
he has to take way more steps. Then he's able to focus, fire the ball, and he's way safer than he would have been. And again, if this guy is slower,
right,
maybe he gets him out. So you have all of this stuff going into play.
Right.
So let's go to the next set. We have another set of 3.
This is the last.
This.
The extra.
Oh, so this one has extra. Let's look at the next video.
This is the real time.
All right, so this is a real-time video. So this is another new thing. So it's not just the animation that they get; it's also the throw and the accuracy of the throw. So you see that throw, that animation, he pulled him off. So let's look at the next video. You're going to get the exact same animation, but something's going to change.
Oh, jump throw.
Same animation, same jump throw, but look what happened. Even though he didn't get him out, the throw he didn't pull him off the bag.
And what's the speed of the runner still?
The speed of the runner has remained the same for all of these videos. The only thing we've been changing, again, the ball is being hit to the exact same spot. The only thing that's changing is that guy's fielding ability is being dropped down. His speed is the same, his reaction is the same. We're just dropping down his fielding ability. And again, what's happening is we have basically branch tiers now. The higher the fielding ability, the higher the propensity on these extreme athletic plays for him to have access to those animations. So again, out of 10 times, guy in tier 3, probably not going to trigger it at all. And then as you go up to the tiers, you have a higher percentage chance of the guys to trigger these types of animations. And we have one more video.
Oh, we have 3, but this is branch 1 of that last.
So that was branch 1 of the last one. All right, so let's look at video 2 here.
And we'll go through these quickly, and we'll get to the end. And it's been a lot of fun. We've talked a lot of stuff in DD, and it's great to see gameplay still improving with it.
Right, so this is branch point 2, so no jump throw at all.
Yep.
And then let's look at the third video. So this should be branch point 3. So you see in branch point 2, didn't get the jump throw. He had to take another step. So in branch point 3, he's probably going to have to take more steps. Has to take more steps, gathers himself, and it's not even.
It's
not even close. Run that back. Again, this is tier 3 low fielding ability. This is a huge change for online gameplay, offline gameplay, especially in Road to the Show. If you have a second base, a third base, and maybe second base and shortstop, and maybe third base. So that's a change for fielding.
All right.
Awesome. We want to talk a little bit about the upcoming streams that we still have left. We've gone through, I think, 4 already. We got a GameStop Monday still coming out. We have more news coming out about the game. So next week, if you want to throw up the schedule around whenever you can, next week I believe is Road to the Show.
Road to the Show.
Big changes there.
Big changes there.
Big changes to Road to the Show.
It should be a lot of fun. And we talked a lot about our creative player in Diamond Dynasty and what you can do to customize. I mean, Road to the Show, that's what it's all about, is customizing exactly the kind of player you want. So
that's right.
If any of that sounded interesting, you may want to check that out. So it's going to be March, let's see, 8th, right? The deep dive, 2 p.m. Pacific time next Thursday, I believe is the 8th. And we'll have some other GameStop Mondays on the 5th. The Road to the Show feature suite in the PlayStation blog. Sweet. On the 6th.
We have a change.
What's the change?
The Road to the Show feature suite PlayStation blog and video will not go out on March 6th. That will go out on the 8th as well,
Okay.
I do believe.
So we got a lot of news next week about Road to the Show.
A lot of news about Road to the Show next
All right, we still have one little bombshell to
week. One
drop.
more little bombshell.
One little bombshell.
What little
What? But,
thing?
Yeah, if you want to go to the gameplay. We've had a really good time, though. We've enjoyed answering your questions. We talked a lot about Diamond Dynasty. We're live from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Stream's lit.
Yeah, the
Stream was lit. Stream is lit.
But the babe is still on our minds, right, Luis?
Yeah, the babe. I mean, do you want to just do it?
We might.
We just gonna do it and like
do
leave.
it.
Ron, when I say it, just cut it off. just open it up.
All right, here we go. You
Again,
ready?
thank you guys so much for joining the stream. We may be streaming more from Scottsdale as some of our friends come by. So
Sweet.
we may have a few more streams. Maybe not. Do it, Ron. Let's see
Here we
this.
go. 1, 2, 3. Babe Ruth, immortal legend.
Hey, yo, thank you for coming. Yo, hold on. Bring it back. 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 Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Oh, Wakanda forever. We out.
All right, guys. See you.